What's up, guys? I just want to make a quick little video right now to talk about this short-term swing trading strategy that I'm currently doing in the market right now. So I have this chart. You can see we have the 6-month chart right here. You can see the big drop and then the increase, but I want you to look at how we got this sharp increase at the start, and then we got a little decrease. But then since about the past couple months, we haven't really moved at all, right? You can see we haven't moved at all, and we can see these troughs and these rises and ups and downs and ups and downs. And I think that we have basically reached the top of the market that we're going to see in the current state, because everyone knows that the market's overvalued right now. No one's arguing that, but I don't know if it's enough to drop. So we'll talk about that in a sec. So this is pretty much this is a 1 month chart, and you can clearly see how we're going up and we're going down, and then we're going up and we're going down, and we're going up and we're going down. And I think people want to be bullish in the market, right? As a whole, people want to be bullish in the market, and we're seeing a lot of FOMO right now by this going on, right? Fear of missing out. So when it goes down, people are panic selling because they think, oh, we're going to see another crash, and then it's going to go up, and they're saying, oh, everything's fine now. And you're going to get burned if you do that. But what I've been doing for the past month or so is just when it starts to go down, right? We're seeing these day trends, right? So you can see this is April 20th to April 27th. So this is a few day trend up, and then so this is probably a 4-day trend down, and then nothing, and then so these are a few day trends, and we've been seeing this in the market for the past month, and this is not how the normal market behaves, but we're not in the normal market right now. We'll see some big news, and then days of down or days of up will follow, right? We saw like a NASDAQ run last week, probably this, yeah, which I bet it against, but it's whatever. So we'll see like these big runs up, and they seem to go like a normal market would go up and then down and then up and then down and then up. But like, look at this. It just kind of, it's almost straight up, not actually straight up, but, and then the downs are just kind of straight down. And it's just because people right now are just, it's just a weird place in the market. And a lot of people don't really know what they're doing. And I'm not going to act like I do, right? Like I'm out here just like you guys, but it's just something to look at. So my whole thing about this is I think this is about the top. I don't think we're going to get much higher than that. And I think when we reach this point, people are like, whoa, let's hold back and let's take a seat and really realize what's going on. Because when we get to this point, that's when all the horrible news starts to come out, which if you're someone that keeps up with this stuff, then you should know, like you should already be knowing this in the market, right? It's just kind of just the drop right here, it's because Clarita said that this whole market is gonna take longer than people are expecting to go back to normal, which I understand. But like, how did people not know that is what I'm like, how did people not know that? And if you're the type of person that will hear that and sell right here, you should not be in the market right now because this is volatile. But so yeah, that's pretty much where I'm standing. I think this is around the top. I don't think we're going to go higher than this, but I also don't think we're going to go down to the bottom. Like I could clearly see us going lower than this. I don't know how much lower we're going to get, but I do see a buying opportunity when we're going down and down. Like if we're going down for a week at a time, you just need to think to yourself, are we going to go into another crash? And I'll talk about this later, but I just think right now in the current state of the market that in order for a market crash to happen, like there's got to be some massive stuff, right? It's not just going to crash out of nowhere. And there's like this 50-50 debate. Half the people think it's going to crash. Half the people, I don't even know what the other people think. Maybe they think we're going up, but I definitely see a crash. I'll talk about it later. But I see a crash in the future because there's a lot of stuff riding right now that is going to prevent the crash. With the Fed backing the election so close, the government is doing everything in their power to keep the economy afloat. I kind of talked about this, but the last thing that President Trump and the government wants is to have another crash because it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about what's causing these ups and downs. I already talked about it a little. So the downs is the Powell and Clarita, which are the number 1 and number 2 guys on the Fed. They're saying the market will take longer than people are expecting to come back. And there's the trade war. That was the most recent thing that people are talking about. But guys, we've been hearing about this trade war for the past month to 2 months. Like before Corona was ever a thing, but It's just that people are trading right now off pure confidence more than ever, right? Because right now the market's not in a good spot. So people are not interested in the facts right now, and they're just kind of on the wave. And I'm here to tell you, if you go against the wave, and it just takes a little bit of thinking. If you can go against the wave, you can easily ride these up and ride these down. And I'm not saying send your whole portfolio. I'll talk about this later, but it's just like small parts of your portfolio, like a little money here, a little money there, and you can easily make like 2%, 3%, and it adds up over time. And in this state of the volatile market, 2%, 3% gains is more than most people are doing. Like, look at this trend in the month, guys. Like, we're seeing what? We were at 2,800 here. This is probably what, 2,830 here. That's 30 points. Like, if you can get like a 5%, 4% increase and just catch a few of these, then you're more than good. You're beating the market. So yeah, the trade war. So then the ups, when we're seeing these ups, we're still getting this horrible economic news. Like last week, I made a video about this already, but last week we literally got every single horrible economic news that we could ever possibly want, but the market was just shrugging it off. And it's a weird thing, but it's what's happening. It's what's been happening for the past month is people have tunnel vision about the economy reopening, but then it seems when we get to this high point, that tunnel vision goes. So that's why I'm thinking that around this point is people's max. I don't see it going higher than that until something massive happens. Like I'm talking about months in the future where everything starts going back to normal. That is when I see us cracking this high. So let's get back to it. Yeah, it's almost like the market forgets about the news when it gets low enough. I literally just said this, but you just got to identify the trends, right? It doesn't make sense, but in this market, it does make sense, actually. You just need to identify the trends, and there's a clear trend right there. So my thoughts, I feel like we're on a waterfall right now. I made this little graphic right here. This is like the river, and then all of a sudden, this is the waterfall. And the waterfall, I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know if it will happen. I'd say I'm 65% sure that there will be another waterfall. And a lot of smart people are saying that there will be another crash because it just doesn't make sense how we recovered. Like this, like... you can look at there's so many companies out there that are so highly valued right now, and it just makes no sense. Like the balance sheets are worse off. Like companies are taking on massive debt, and the stock price is just about the same as it was, if not higher, for most of these. And you guys have to realize when companies take on debt that they're literally just worse off, because if they're taking on debt, they have to pay back the principal and the interest, and that's just going to take out of their future profits, right? So it's literally just cutting away at future profits. So how could they possibly be better off? And there's this restaurant stock one of my favorite YouTubers was talking about. It's already back to where it was pre-corona. Their doors haven't been open in months. People are hyped because it's about to reopen, and maybe it'll be good, but the restaurants are not going to be at full capacity. They can't be at full capacity because of social distancing. It just makes no sense. Like the market is overvalued as a whole right now, but I think that with the Fed backstopping, people are fine with that, which is fine for now if you can ride this. But yeah. So there's just too many maybes, and we're at such a high point with valuations. So pretty much usually if we're talking about last year, a few years ago, I have 80% of all my money in the stock portfolio. But now I'm just sitting at about 40%. And when I say that I'm buying down here and selling up here, if I have 40%, I'm only upping to 50%. I'm only adding a small amount. It's not like I have 40% of stocks up here, and then when it hits down here, I'm dumping 40 more percent in. No, I'm not doing that at all, because I feel like we're about to hit a waterfall. I don't know if this is going to be the start. I don't know if this is going to be the start. I don't know if this is going to be the start. I don't know if this is going to be the start, right? It's just, there's so many uncertainties in the market that I am not confident to bet a lot of money about this, but I am betting a little bit. Today, for example, I put 1.5K in a Tesla, and the reason I chose Tesla is because I've been in the company for so long that I understand how it moves. Tesla pretty much moves. If the market is doing good, then Tesla will move a lot better than the market. And if the market goes down, then Tesla won't be as bad as the market. And Tesla's literally the only stock that I have a lot of money in right now. I'm invested in a few stocks, but I'm just very bullish on Tesla, and just not sell it. So yeah, I'm confident about that. And so like for you, if you're watching this, like you could easily do with a S&P 500 index if you don't have a stock like that, or maybe if you've been in Apple for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Like just pick something that you're comfortable with. Yeah, so I hope that gives a clear point of view what I'm doing. So, and I'm still holding a lot of cash, right? I'm not confident enough to dump a lot of cash right here, like at all. Like a little bit, yeah, I'm fine with that because I'm pretty sure it'll go up. But you guys have to realize in this market, we don't know shit. We do not know shit. So some my thoughts is we're gonna hit a waterfall, blah blah blah, a lot of money, but yeah, I already said that. So reasons that you need to think before there's gonna be a crash, right? The election cycle is about to come up. What are we, like 5 months away, something like that? So a trade war, that's on top right now. This trade war has been in talks for a long time. You guys have to realize that if we go into a trade war right before the election, Trump is screwed, right? People are not going to like that. That's not what he wants. He runs his campaign on the economy, so he's going to be doing everything he can in his power to keep the economy afloat. And what is most likely happening that I see is that we will see a crash after the election. That is when I see the crash. Or this is a side note, or between next earnings season. I don't know. Obviously, that's a little bit of ways, but what I'm thinking right now is I'll probably start shorting about a few weeks before earnings. So the Fed backing, as long as we have the big man printing trillions and trillions, like what is his balance sheet's like $7 trillion right now. And they said that they're going to keep pumping into the economy until we no longer need it. Like the Fed has said that. People have confidence in that because, and I think this alone, we're not going to see another crash because, you know, if we have the government saying that we're going to pump trillions and trillions of dollars into the economy, people are confident. And then the corona, this is the biggest maybe. It's not gone away at all. The economy reopening, how is this going to play out? We don't know. Will we see more cases in the future? We still don't have a cure. People keep forgetting that. We still don't have a cure. We have people like Fauci saying that we're going to see more cases in the fall. You know, there's just so much up in the air. And for the market to have bounced back the amount that we have right now, I am just not confident at all on the upside. But like I said, I still have a lot of money invested, like not a lot, but 40%, which is a decent amount. Because I don't know, that's the end of the day. Nobody knows. So yeah, I hope you guys liked what I have to say. This short-term swing trading strategy. Oh yeah, swing trading is kind of just like, so it's like investing and trading, right? Trading is just buying and selling. Swing trading is buying a stock one day and selling it a few days later. So yeah, hope you guys like that.